Okay, little sidebar. Here I am detailing out this semi-custom 56 Ford F-150, and the lesson of the moment is awareness, as in self-awareness, as in detailing in so many ways is all about awareness, because it's as simple as you can't clean what you can't see. So if you're not aware of it and it's dirty, guess who won't be cleaning it? You're right, you, the detailer. And then Johnny customer is not going to be happy with your results. So I thought I would use this as a little test demo to show you some specific examples of what I mean. Now, hot rods like this, and when I pulled up to it, it basically looked like this. Okay, now that's a gross oversimplification, but the reality is you'll pull up to a hot rod like this, you'll think, oh wow, like, what am I gonna do? Dust it and put a little wax on it? Well, I don't know. Let's see, about 3 hours later, what have I done? I've detailed the engine, I've detailed the inside, and I've yet to really do much with the outside. So awareness. So the engine, you look at it, and by the way, this was really gooed up with lots of heavy duty grease and oil and gunk. It was really a pretty big misrepresentation when I pulled up and thought, oh yeah, okay, typical hot rod, custom, whatever. But upon closer inspection, I look at all the suspension, and in behalf of the customer, he did say, Darren, probably 80% of your time will be spent on the engine and the undercarriage. Now, I have also shot a video using the leather, and he did not tell me how dirty the leather was, but no big deal. He wasn't a penny pincher, and he said, hey, I'll pay whatever it's worth, so that's the good news. But for example, so you approach this engine, let's say it was just dusty. How are you going to attack it? That's where you have to strategize. Most of the time, you're going to have to use a little bit of water because there's so much intricate details in here that it's unrealistic to think that you're going to be able to get your fingers or tools or anything in there. Now, you could if you've got all day, but most people aren't willing to pay you for all day's worth of labor. So how do you cut to the chase? Well, that's where chemicals and water come in. I also use my vapor steamer on little intricate parts of this and use minimal water. But for example, when you spray some of the chemicals like engine degreasers, what you have here is a combination of different types of materials and different finishes. So I have chrome, and then suddenly this bracket is polished aluminum. Well, the degreasers will actually, and I hate to use the word stain because staining suggests permanency, and it's not. It just creates an effect on the polished aluminum that you have to now polish it back to perfection. So that's something you have to be aware of, and this is where awareness comes in, is you need to take it into the proper sequence of things, and that's where strategy comes in. For example, let's say I detail out this whole engine, and it looks bitchin'. And then I look up here and I think, oh wow, I forgot to do the underside of the hood. And now I spray something, and some of that spray gets down on your clean engine. And you're screwed. And you're like, oh, check me out. Did I blow that moment or what? So this is where you have to strategize and break it down in a very systematic, strategic approach. Also, contortionism. What does that have to do with detailing? Well, you have to become like a contortionist, a athletic contortionist, because you're contorting your body in all kinds of angles and in trying to get areas. So for example, if I'm trying to clean deep down in here and I'm breaking my back to do it, where am I going to rest my hand that's not going to do some damage? And by damage, I don't mean just scratching the paint. So I don't necessarily want to rest my hand on this nice painted fender well bay area. And it also may not be strong enough. If just by pushing this I can start to bow it in, that's a pretty good indicator that I do not want to put much pressure on it. So in this moment I chose to rest my weight on the suspension, on the A-arm assembly. Very rigid, very heavy duty, no problem. Now it allows me to not break my back and kill myself and reach into these tight little intricate areas and detail them out. So that's something that's awareness. But just when you think you have it covered, guess what? So I'm planting my weight on something that can sustain my weight. But guess what is over here? You're right. This is where my pants may be leaning against this. So I have to be aware of my buckle, which I don't wear anything that's going to damage the paint. Not to be suggestive here, but you'll see that my shirt covers the button because I don't want the button touching the paint. I never wear a belt. My band that I wear on my wrist is rubber. It's not going to do any damage. So I don't even want my body to touch this paint. But you become so hyper-focused on the engine and detailing over here, and you think you've got this covered with your hand, and now you're using your right hand over here, and guess what you have forgotten about? That's right, you've forgotten about this fender. And you could be sitting there rubbing up against it and putting some scratches or abrading the paint. Now check this out. I'm cleaning the inside, and we've got this nice side step. And with modern day cars, people tend to use a side step. But this is all custom painted. I guarantee Johnny Customer is not putting his foot on this to get into his truck. But if you're cleaning the leather, and look for my link because I did a great demo on Lexol in cleaning this leather. Once again, you become hyper-focused, you're cleaning the leather, and you naturally step up on this side step because you are unaware. And now you've just put scratches into it. Okay, that's not going to go over very well. So this is all about awareness. Every part of your body, what is touching, what it's not touching, where you're spraying your chemicals, so on and so forth. And now this is not to scare you and intimidate you. It's just to help train you for awareness, because you really, between being a contortionist and having hyper awareness, those are some critical skills for detailing.